Well, here I am, set up for a 24-hour session. I'm at Woodland Lake at Coking Farm. My rods are in, the bivvy's up, and it looks like Malcolm on the other bank is into a fish. Definitely looks likely. It's nice to see. It's been a bit quiet here all week apparently, but Malk's got one on. Lovely lake this. There's Elvie the carp dog. He's just been doing some swim clearing and removing the reeds, which he then proceeds to chew up. It's very windy here. Let's hope we got some action later on. This is a lovely lake, very well established. Nice beds of lilies, island in the middle. If anything, there's a few too many pegs on here, but it's a commercial fishery after all. Has a very good head of fish. There are 5 different 30s in here. None have graced my landing net, but I have seen 2 on the bank. There are also some 20-25 pound catfish. There's not that big a head of fish, but they are absolutely beautiful, stunning fish. Fingers crossed to see if we can get one tonight. Malcolm settled back down over the other side. His fish was a 14 pound carp. Very welcome fish. He did last night, and he lost one yesterday. That's the first fish he's landed this session. It's a very hard lake. Bites are few and far between, but the rewards here can be very great. Has the added advantage it's only 5 minutes from where I live, which means that as long as I can get a peg, which is very difficult in the summer, I can get down here and be fishing even when I've worked the morning. I had to work this morning, and I'm here set up ready for the night ahead. Woodland, and in Woodland Lake there are some catfish, and it would seem rude not to put at least one rod out to try and catch one of these fish. My catfish rig is very similar to the rig I normally use, simple strip braid rig, but for bait I'm using a halibut pellet. Catfish tend to go along and just hoover up whatever's on the bottom, so we use a PVA bag of pellets, just simply put on the hook, and when it's cast in, the big halibut pellet gets picked up at the same time as it hoovers up all the others on the bottom. That's the theory anyway. I'm certainly no catfish expert or carp expert, come to that. I seem to catch a few, but the big ones normally elude me. So we just keep plugging away, and every fish is a bonus. See you later. Here's Elvie. He's been given a bone, or a chew. He's decided he doesn't want it now, and he's desperate. He's looking for somewhere to dig a hole and bury it. The problem is he knows I'm watching him, and so he knows that what happens is I'll just go and get it again. He knows I've seen it. And no doubt later on he'll go back and retrieve it. Nope, job's done. One of the things about Woodland is when you actually book to come and fish here, you actually choose what peg you're going to fish on. So you book your peg. Unfortunately, this was one of the few that was left when I tried to book. It's not one I would normally have chosen, but there's fish in the area. There's always a chance here, and it's nice to know exactly where on the lake you're going to be fishing. Well, here's my standard carp rig for on Woodland. You'll find that most of my rigs are very simple, very similar. Yet again, standard coated braid, stripped back just in front of the hook, and piece of putty on a quarter sinker, which makes the eye of the hook heavy. Here I like to use live system boilies from CC Moore. I find they seem to work better than anything else on this water, and the majority of bait that goes in here is live system. Tube blowback rig, as always, I found it the most effective. It's certainly, when you drag it across your hand, it immediately just turns and pricks, and it does exactly the same in the carp's mouth, and you tend to get proper screaming runs with this rig. I don't put much boilie in, certainly when it's as many people on here. If I was here on my own, I might spread some bait about. There's a PVA stick of crushed boilies with 2 whole boilies in it. Just nick it on the hook, flip it over around the hair, and then in again, and that stops the hair tangling on the cast. That'll cast out anywhere and it won't tangle. So hopefully you know that your rig's fishing effectively, when here you could be looking for 1 pickup in a 24-hour period. It's certainly not shearwater. It's a lot harder, but the rewards, as I keep saying, are so much better. The lake wakes up. It's about 4:30 in the morning. It's very peaceful, the wind's gone. Very quiet night. Absolutely nothing at all. Yay! Want to jump, Elves? Oh, you buried him. There he is. Get him, Els! Get him, Els! Make him jump. Yeah! No, let's rescue him. That's cruel. This is Woodland Lake at Coking. This is the bottom end of the lake, the shallow end. Quite a lot of water to go at now. There were 2 lads fishing the other side, but they've gone on now. Malcolm opposite, who had the fish yesterday. I don't think he's had another one. Quite a big island in the middle. And the view up through to the other end. So you can see it's a very established lake. Lots of vegetation, lily pads, lots of growth all the way around. They have to work quite hard, I think, to keep it tidied up, keep the pegs open. It isn't really my favourite end. I'd much rather be fishing on the middle between the 2 islands or right up the deeper end, where I've had more success. But hey, at least I'm fishing. It's now about 12 o'clock noon. Only got a couple of hours left before I've got to be off. Sat in the bivvy, dodging the showers, just willing one of these alarms to burst into life. It would just be the icing on the cake just to have just a fish, just to finish the session off. Be nice to have something to show you. There's Mark having a second fish. Bastard. They're certainly hard to come by here today. Oh, a nice fish. Thought I'd better come and video around this side, seeing as I got nothing to show you.
Just in the lip. Absolutely perfect. Yeah.
Some ulcers, isn't it?
I don't think I should put some stuff on.
I would. Spawning, I should think, didn't you? Pick him up and give us a quick smile then.
He's even slipperier now.
Yeah. Well, I'm up.